We often attempt to plan our lives years in advance. We know exactly where we will go to study after school, where we will work, but it also happens that one short meeting can completely change a person's worldview and, as a result, radically change their life. This story happened many, many years ago, and it is about a man named Leonard. He was born and raised in a hunting family in a distant taiga forest. All of his paternal ancestors were hunters, and the boy was also taught this craft since his early childhood. When Leonard was 12 years old, his father gave him his first real gun, and from that moment he was considered to be an independent hunter, no longer dependent on his father. At this point, he had only hunted birds and only dreamed of hunting a wolf or a bear. 4 years later, Leonard's father fell ill during a long and snowy winter, and 16-year-old Leonard became the sole breadwinner in the family. By that time, he had already learned quite well how to hunt wild goats, so he could easily get food for his large family. One day, Leonard got up early to go into the forest to hunt. He secretly dreamed of meeting a wild bear, imagining how he would defeat it and bring home the huge beast on his back. He thought about this all day, but did not manage to hunt anything, not even a single goat. Upset about this, he began to head home, but then a thunderstorm suddenly hit the taiga. In search of shelter, Leonard came across a small cave. Climbing into it, he decided to spend the night there, and in the morning, when everything calmed down, he would go home. Being tired after the long hike, he quickly fell asleep, but soon he was awakened by a sound somewhere very close by. Leonard lit a candle and was stunned by what he saw. Just a few steps away, at the entrance of the cave, a huge wolf was lying and looking at him with bright yellow eyes. But something in this look was not right. There was no strength or aggression, only helplessness and fatigue. Soon the wolf's eyes closed completely, and his breathing became very quiet, barely noticeable. Leonard stayed awake all night, afraid to be so close to the wild beast who, although did not show any signs of life, could wake up at any moment. At dawn, Leonard attempted to leave the cave. He gently poked the wolf with his gun, but the wolf did not react. Then, climbing over the wolf, he saw a huge metal loop on his body, which had cut into his stomach and prevented the wolf from breathing deeply. Leonard released the wolf from the loop, and then the wolf started breathing more deeply, but remained motionless. Later, Leonard continued hunting and successfully shot several ducks. But before he went home, he decided to go back to the cave to check on the wolf. The wolf was still lying there, but he appeared to be in better condition. Leonard took one of his ducks and slowly placed it near the wolf so he would have something easily accessible to eat. After this, Leonard went home and told his father what had happened, but his father said he should have shot the wolf. It didn't take long for the story to be forgotten, and life went on as usual. 2 winters later, Leonard was attempting to hunt in the forest, but all of the prey had left due to the cold weather. Going a little further into the depths of the forest, Leonard was shocked to find fresh wolf tracks. Then he felt eyes on him. Turning his head to the left, he saw several wolves coming out of the thicket. They were coming towards him. One walked around Leonard from behind, another walked from the left, and several others stood still as if waiting for a command from the leader. Leonard pointed his gun at the leader, hoping that killing the leader would scare the rest of the pack away. But then the unexpected happened. The leader stopped and started sniffing. He looked at Leonard, then turned to the other wolves and snarled at them. After that, the wolves backed away and began to disappear one by one into the thicket. The leader was the last one to leave. Leonard ran out of the forest and came home and told the story to his father. His father asked, "It was the same wolf you saved in the cave, wasn't it?" But it was dark in the cave and he could not remember the wolf, but the wolf recognized him by smell and remembered him for the rest of his life. He remembered his savior. After this incident, Leonard could no longer hunt animals, but on the contrary, he learned to be a veterinarian and decided to help and treat them instead. This is how one chance encounter with a wolf changed Leonard's life forever.